Santhal Hul begins on this date in 1855 by the Murmu brothers Sidhu-Kanhu, Chand and Bhairav in Jharkhand against the British rule and their Zamindar stooges. It lasted till January 1856 until it was eventually suppressed by the British. Santhals were so called as they were believed to be inhabitants of the south, meaning the plainland in Bengdan's Minapur region where they were primarily located. There are various theories about their origin, and as per folklore came from Hijri, which is currently Ahuri in Hazirabad district. Following the Great Bengal famine of 1770, the East India Company demarcated Damini core region in Jharkhand, basically the forested Rajmahal Hills area covering the districts of Godda, Sahibganj and Pakur. This led the company to invite Santhals located primarily in Jungle Mahal along the Subarnarekha river, and they came in large numbers not just from Jungle Mahal but also from Odisha. And between 1830 to 1850, the Santhal population in the region substantially rose from 3,000 to 83,000. Did not benefit any form from this, as the Mahajans and Jamindars, along with the tax collectors collectively called as diku, began to exploit them, lending money at exorbitant rates, grabbing their lands, forcing them into bonded labor, which was commodity and harwahi, and extracting huge rents from the Santhal peasant, making them slave for long hours and extremely low wages, created a form of resentment among the Santhals against the British administration. That led to the Santhal Revolt on June 30th, 1855 by the Murmu brothers Sidhu and Kanhu, who claimed to have received the word from their deity Thakur Bonga. Some 10,000 Santhals gathered at Bhognadih, where the brothers announced as per their deity after the low Bhairav Baisi passed a resolution at Bodadarha on the eastern part of Marangburu to launch the Santhal Hul. The revolt was initiated from the sacred Jag Jahirtan, the sacred grove, and Disom Manjintan, the seat of the traditional leader. The Hul wasn't just to resist, it was to reclaim governments, create a parallel state rooted in tribal justice and autonomy. This party went to arrest the Santhal leaders on complaint of the Mahajans. They were attacked and the Daroga was killed. What began the Hul that soon would spread to other regions like wildfire, as Jamindars, moneylenders were attacked, their property looted and some of them executed. The rebels advanced with a 1,000-man force, reached Kahalgaon by July 11th, and ignoring a company declaration, they would routed a company of Pahadia Rangers, inflicted a humiliating defeat on the EIC troops at Narayanpur, as the victory boosted their morale. The Santhals, led by Sidhu and Kanhu, moved towards Pakur, Maheshpur and Shamsherganj with a growing force supported by a large number of smaller peasants and artisans impoverished by the British rules. And their aim was a fairer land system returning with the Bumji and Bengali presence, a sharp contrast to the company's exploitative rule. Out of hand, the company struck back, sending in a large number of troops to suppress the revolt. And FC Bidwell was appointed as a special commissioner. And the turning point came on July 24th, 1855 at Maheshpur, when the company troops fought with a 5,000 strong Santhal force, whose primitive weapons were no match, and around thousands were killed. Towards the end of July, the British reorganized their force, bringing in Major Lloyd from Danapur, and they moved into the Rajmahal countryside, splitting up the Santhals. And the Bhagalpur commissioner issued a proclamation on August 23, 1855, permitting the mass killing of Santhals. Sidhu Murmu was arrested and hanged on August 19, 1885, while Kanhu was arrested in 1896. The movement received a setback with the two brothers killed, and after 6 months it finally ended. Many Santhal villages were burned down as punishment, and elephants used to tear around their homes. The revolt was crushed. It led to far-reaching effects, including tribal revolts in other states like Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Odisha. The Santhal Parganas Tenancy Act in 1876 was formed that led to the creation of this territory, as well as offered the tribals protection from exploitation by the non-tribals. It also prohibited the sale of the tribal land and continued even after the independence. If you have enjoyed this small talk on the Santhal Revolt, do like and share our video. Do subscribe to our channel for more such updates on historical revolts. And Naman, this is Ratnakar signing off on another episode of History Under Your Feet.